Good morning, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to one of the last festive videos. Can you honestly believe how quickly this Christmas period has gone? Like, when you're watching this, it's basically going to be Christmas, and then it's going to be New Year's, and then it's going to be 2024, and I just can't get my head around it. First things first, to set off this video, I have a bit of a new toy going on. So if this video looks or feels a little bit different, it's because I have a bit of an early Christmas present. James very kindly treated me to a camera for my YouTube videos, and he actually was able to find, it was incredibly difficult to find the camera that I wanted online, bless him. He tried so many different ways. Eventually he came across someone that was selling one that was in really good condition, and he was able to get it for me. And the reason I have it early is because I needed to kind of check that I was okay with it, check that I was happy with it. And hopefully the picture looks a lot better than it did when I was using my phone. That's kind of the main reason that I wanted to get myself a camera and switch away from my phone. But yeah, the first video of many on the new camera. I also wanted to mention, let's just ignore the mark that is on that is on my lip. If you haven't noticed it, then I've basically just stuck my foot in it. But I was really bad yesterday. I had like the tiniest little blemish right underneath my lip, and it was so sore, and I just kept touching it yesterday. I was making it angry, and I kept poking at it and prodding at it. But yeah, basically it just needs to heal a little bit. So it's nothing super bad, but I'm just, yeah, I'm looking at it in the mirror, and maybe no one can see it, but as soon as I look in the mirror, it's just like screaming out to me. So we're gonna make it work. My lips have just been so sore recently. I don't know if it's the weather, but they have been so dry. Honestly, this is the only thing that has been getting me through, as well as, what's the other one I've been using? These two things are the two lip products basically that have been getting me through the wintry weather so far. So the Dr. Paw, which is basically just like a balm to soothe anything really. You can put it just about anywhere. And then I thought I'd pick up this Vaseline. I've always like used the Vaseline tin, and I've never seen this in a lip balm, but obviously it's the rosy tinted one. So if you have got super dry lips and you don't really feel like putting a matte lipstick on, then this is quite nice. It kind of looks a bit like a lip gloss, but it's obviously got the tint on it. You won't be able to see very well because I've already got some on. Basically just gives you like a little pop of colour whilst actually looking after and healing your lips. Moving on to today's video, I thought it would be quite nice. I think everyone loves a bit of a house tour, and I thought whilst I've got all of the Christmas decorations out, it would be really nice to do a bit of a Christmassy house tour. I know that I've shown you quite a lot, like we decorated the trees together and we kind of styled a bit of the house together across a variety of videos, but some of them were kind of on a time lapse, some of them you might not have seen super clearly. You might have questions as to where anything is from or how I've styled a certain area in my house, or obviously if you're new here then you might just be wondering what my house looks like. So I thought I would do a bit of a house tour, Christmas style, Christmas edition. So that is going to be the focus of today's video. You may be able to see a very sleepy little black blob in the background. He has been for quite a long walk today actually with James. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said the W word. He's been out for quite a while with James today, so I don't blame him for wanting to have a bit of a nap. Otherwise, in general, I'm just going to enjoy taking around the house today, and it's going to give me a bit of an opportunity to have a good clear up as we go, because some of the house is looking a little bit messy. Let's start right at the top. I think I'm going to take you right up to the top floor and we will work our way down. I'm sure my little shadow behind me will come with us to demonstrate the various rooms of the house, but yeah, let's start up there. He's coming! This is how our master bedroom is looking right up on the top floor. Very kindly modelled by Ronnie, who has now messed up the bed and then just wandered off, which is very classic for you, isn't it? You like to be in the shot, but then you're not very interested in doing any of the talking. There's much more green injected into this room for Christmas, which will eventually change. This bedroom changes very much seasonally, as does the rest of the house. You will notice that there are some paint samples on the walls. In fact, I think there's paint samples pretty much everywhere. Yes, there is, because I'm still trying to decide what to do with this bedroom. So I did discover this really nice new coat colour, which is called Bon Fresco, I believe is the way to pronounce it, and I'm kind of debating whether to do this whole back wall in that colour and then the rest of the walls in a lighter colour, or whether to just do it all a light colour. This is the last room that I'm just really struggling with. But anyway, aside from the paint samples, we have a really nice space up here in this room, including Ronnie's little corner down here. So you've got our bed, which kind of takes centre stage, which is from dusk, and it has a matching ottoman bench as well, which we pretty much just use to store cushions, cushion covers, spare bedding, and it comes in very helpful. The bed itself is ottoman as well, so that does lift up and has storage underneath. It's really useful. You've got bedding, which is from various places. So this bedding again is from Dusk, and I really love it. Cushions from Dusk, the middle one is from H&M, and then this is my Asda throw that I picked up, which was an absolute bargain. Bedside tables either side are from the Cotswold Company, and I absolutely love them. They were a little bit more of a splurge, but I have no regrets, and I'm really happy with them. And then, yeah, you've basically got James's side on here, besides my teddy on the floor, and then this is my side over here. I'll mention the rug as well. This is from a company called Cocoon Rugs, who did very kindly send this to me, but I literally would have bought it anyway. I think it's absolutely stunning, and the way that it frames the bed just honestly brings the whole room together. It just, I love it. I could talk about it forever. So yeah, this is my side of the bed, and this is pretty much the most decorated part of the bedroom up here. So I always sort of change the cushion around that I have in this basket. So for the time being, it is a nice olive green colour to match the centerpiece, which is my fake Christmas tree from Amazon. I will link this below. I think it is still for sale, and it basically has a concrete base. I've put it inside one of my favourite brown vases, which I got from Charleston Interiors, but you can get it in a whole range of places, mainly kind of small businesses. But yeah, this is the tree that I have got, which feels very Christmassy. I did kind of debate putting some little baubles on it. Maybe I should do that. And then I've got a few home sense bits. So I've got this snow globe, which actually, it looks like a tree from the back, but on the inside is this really cute little nativity scene. Maybe I'll leave it facing that way. I keep spinning it around. And then you've got my wooden reindeer, which I love, my Neptune candle, and then my William Morris kind of styling book, which I got from Unique. Spinning you around, this is the view that you've got from the end of the bed at the moment. So we still need to get some handles for James's wardrobes. I honestly don't know how he like manages it. I think because he's taller than me, he can basically just reach up and open the doors like that. You know when you've just got a task that you know needs to be done, and everything else in life just takes over, and you look back a few months later and you're like, how have we not done this? How have we not just sat down for 5 minutes and just done this task that needs to be done? I don't understand. But in all honesty, I'm finding it really difficult to find the right handles that I want that are kind of a reasonable price, because I really want to find either some nice sort of brass, sorry, the sunshine is coming in and out of the clouds and the light is going a little bit crazy in here. But yeah, I either want to find some really nice kind of brassy colours, or some black, sort of antique-y sort of black colours, which are the ones that you've got down here. So yeah, I'm having a bit of trouble finding something, bit of Ronnie's hair on there, but I need to just sit down and do it, and I need to just put a little bit of money aside to just get some nice ones and get it over with. Even IKEA ones aren't that cheap anymore. The standard kind of long IKEA black T-handles were was something like £14. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, that's just something that I really need to get around to doing. So you've got the wardrobes here. You've then got my chest of drawers, which again, it does have handles, but I've had these for quite some time and I do want to change them round. I think I just got those from eBay. And I've styled up here with just some nice simple pieces which have a slight festive feel to them. So this is one of my new Neptune vases, which, oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with. And these are some mistletoe, I think they're mistletoe stems, which I actually got from Sainsbury's. I can't remember how much they were. I think they were maybe £7 each for a stem. And you've got 2 stems in here, so if you're lucky in your local Sainsbury's, you may find those stems on sale. I've then got my Neptune candle, which is in a beautiful hurricane vase. Now, if you like vases like this, but you don't want to spend out on a Neptune one, this is actually from Hobbycraft and it was £3. I've got just a print, which, to be honest, sat there because it doesn't have a home. I need to kind of find somewhere to put it because I just don't really feel like it matches the decor right now in this room, but I think it's because of the bluey grey colour on the wall. And then yeah, I've just styled a tray on here, which is from the range, a coffee table book, which I think I got from H&M, but you can get it on Amazon, and then my little Primark LED ceramic present, which I think is really sweet, and I love the green bow on there. This is kind of the layout of the room, if you like, and then you've got 2 doors on the side of the room, plus the one that obviously leads you out. So this door basically takes you into our laundry area. So this in here is the airing cupboard, and then the door behind the washing basket, I don't know why that's open, actually is like a loft area. So that's where I keep all of my decor, Christmas trees, boxes, suitcases, everything goes in there, which is really handy. We do have another loft up here, but we've never been up there and I don't know if we're ever going to use it, to be honest. And then in here is the bathroom, or our ensuite that goes into here, which is a bit chilly because it looks like the window might be slightly open. This is pretty much James's bathroom because I actually use the guest bathroom downstairs when I have a shower. We got some really, really lovely herringbone luxury vinyl tile put on the floor in here when we first moved in, which was from Carpetright. And yeah, you've just got a few little bits. So my little olive tree, my store, this is James's shower, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. There's not really anything Christmassy going on in here. Coming down the stairs, straight in front of you, you have our snug, which is one of the first rooms that we finished. This is my beautiful wreath that I actually got last year from the garden centre, so I don't think it will be anywhere online, but yeah, it's a really lovely one. So this is the snug room that we created. When we moved in, this was a nursery, but we aren't going to need one of those for a good few years to come, so we decided to turn it into kind of like a secondary living room, little snug room kind of thing. And it's also looking very Christmassy, so coming in and moving around into this corner, oh my gosh, I swear to God, the sun just makes every TV screen look so dusty and every window looks so dirty. We've got a really, really lovely garland on the TV unit here, which I actually got from Dunelm last year. I get lots of questions about it, especially when people come to the house as well, because it's just a really nice combination of browns and golds, and it's really lovely. It's a nice length as well, so you can get some nice ones in Dunelm. I've got my little sleigh down here, which I also got from British Garden Centres last year, and I thought it would look quite sweet down there. And then the lantern in the corner. So these candles are actually LED, and they're really, really handy because there's a little remote down in here that just turns them on, or turns 2 of them on, it seems. So moving round to have a look at the sofa, this is the back wall of the room. So this sofa is from SCS Sofas, and I've kept it nice and simple with some light neutrals to kind of brighten it up. So this throw is from, I think, the range, and the 2 cushions with the like kind of frilled edging is from Dusk, and then the one in the middle, one of my favourite ever winter cushions, is from H&M, and I think this is probably in the sale at the moment. You've got one of my favourite pieces of furniture in this house, this gorgeous trunk in the corner, which I actually picked up from a little warehouse that I went to. I've just decorated it with a nice vase, which is from Next, a variety of stems. So most of these stems are from Dunelm, with a few bits of eucalyptus from IKEA as well. IKEA have some really good stems at the moment, by the way, so don't dismiss IKEA when you're looking for foliage. And then I've got a couple of styling books, a really pretty tea light holder, which again is from British Garden Centres, and then my festive spice candle, which smells incredible, from Kindred Fires, which you guys will have heard me mention quite a few times. It smells incredible, and honestly, when you're sat here on the sofa as well, it is all you can smell. It smells so Christmassy. You've got my HomeSense ladder in the corner, which is decorated with a nice little rustic star just to keep things simple, and some fairy lights in sort of snowflakey shapes, I don't know how well you can see, which I got from Hobbycraft. And then of course, star of the show in this room is my little mini Christmas tree, which appears to have had a little bit too much to drink last night, because that is definitely on the wonky side. What is going on with my tree? Oh my gosh. Is that better? I can't tell from here. Is that looking straight now? Okay, I think that's better. I actually have it popped into a basket, which is from the range as well, and it's got some really pretty decorations. So the bow at the top is from Home Bargains actually, and it was really cheap. It's such a lovely little bow. Well, it's not really little, is it? It's quite a big bow. And then I've got a variety of baubles. So some of them are from B&M, some of them are just kind of plain simple baubles. I think this one is from Homebase, as well as some of my favourite baubles. This is also from Homebase. It is stunning. This is from Homebase as well. This one is from Hobbycraft. They come in an absolute bargain pack of I think about 4. Some little bells. I've also popped, I don't know how well you can see, but I've popped a couple of Sensicle sticks in here, which, oh, and I've just dropped it. So these Sensicles are absolutely fabulous if you want to create a really nice Christmassy smell in your room. It just makes the entire tree, see, even my hand now smells like Christmas. It just, oh, it smells incredible. You can get them pretty much anywhere. Yeah, that is the Snug Room, and the Snug Room Christmasified as well. Coming out of the Snug Room, you've got a family bathroom in here, which again doesn't have anything Christmassy. It is just a family bathroom with a very, very big mirror in it. This is the middle floor hallway area, which is just nice and simply decorated with a radiator cover and a little basket with a cushion in, which is always a nice little styling trick if you've just got a small amount of floor space. And I've put one of my, is it mimosa stems? I can't remember what these are called. I think they're called mimosa, but I could be completely wrong, just for a little wintry touch, as well as a nice Christmassy candle, which I think I've, yeah, pretty much burnt down now, so that is just strictly display only. And then my little Primark Christmas tree as well. Moving around into here, you have the guest bedroom, which I'm going to come into and close the door because I can hear that James has got the TV on way too loudly downstairs. This is what I like to call the guest suite for when people come and stay, but it's also what I refer to as my getting ready room. So next to me here, you've got my wardrobe, which I recently sorted through, not that it looks like it. And this is also a bathroom in here. So this is the shower room that I use to get ready. Excuse my towel drying. So I've got all of the guest essentials down in here. So shower cream, flannels, some more hand wash, shampoo, conditioner, everything in there for guests to use. And then of course the shower. There's a few Christmassy touches in here. So I've got my little Christmas tree, which is from, you guessed it, British Garden Centres. I got him last year and it is just adorable. And then I've also got some more of the same stems in this vase. I wasn't sure about whether to keep them in this vase, but I've kind of just left them there and they've grown on me, and I think they look quite nice now. I think they look very like windswept and wintry. So this is my, I think it's called the Ava vase from the range, and I put up I think a YouTube video and also a reel about this vase because it is a bargain. It is £10. The past few times I've been into the range, it has been in store, so definitely keep an eye out. And then you've got the little fir balsam candle from Habitat, which I have not taken the lid off of. The bed, similar to our upstairs bed, is from Dusk, and I absolutely adore it. It's not an ottoman bed, it's just a standard bed, this one. And then I've got, I think these bed sheets are from Hampton and Astley, and they have had some Ronnie paw prints on, which is not ideal, but I need to give the bed a wash anyway. And then I've got these cushions, which are from Next, I think, and they're only about £8. And then the cushion at the front is from the garden centre, along with this really gorgeous Dusk throw as well. So I've just tried to keep it nice and light and neutral in here, because obviously you've got the gorgeous wallpaper up at the top matched with the panelling, and it gives a really nice kind of countryside farmhouse sort of feel. So I wanted to try and keep a running theme in here. Bedside tables I should probably add, because we do get quite a lot of questions about these bedside tables. We actually upcycled these ourselves. So these bedside tables are the IKEA, I think they're called Malm tables, which are basically like plain wood, just in this square shape with just two plain doors on and with no handles. And we decided to upcycle them. We found a couple on Facebook Marketplace, and all we did was paint over the top in some self-priming paint, which was from B&Q. I bought these really lovely gold T-bar handles from, it was either Amazon or eBay, and they were so cheap. The glass top is actually from IKEA, so it's not attached, it's basically just a glass top that sits on there, which is designed for the Malm units. I will say, before we painted it as well, we got some moulding strips from B&Q, which we basically cut and stuck on to create almost like a shaker style vintage sort of effect. So yeah, I get a lot of questions about these, and the reason you can't find them is because we made them. But it was really easy to do, and it was so cost effective as well. By the time we actually sold our last bedside tables, I think it came to about £24 that we'd spent on 2 of these. So yeah, we're really happy with these, and we had to keep them. Another Kindred Fires candle, this is Cozy Christmas, and a lamp which is from the range, and then just a few little guest bits. And then over into the corner of the room, another star of the show is the Christmas tree down here. So this is a slim Christmas tree. It's pre-lit from Marks and Spencer's, and I have used some really nice kind of champagne gold and white decorations on this tree. So again, you've got a mixture. I think these might be from various garden centres. These little icicles came in an absolute bargain pack from B&M actually. I think it was like £3 for about 12 of these. And then these are home base. These again you would have seen on the last tree. These are from the garden centre, and I think they're really good if you've got kind of a gappy tree, or you've got a big space that you need to fill, then they're a really good idea. As well as these sparkly champagne ones as well. What else do I have on this tree? Oh, I love this one. This is from Homebase as well, and it is stunning. Honestly, I'm going to be shopping there for my baubles next year, because I cannot believe how gorgeous their baubles are. It's almost like this corner was made for a Christmas tree, to be honest, and when the Christmas tree is not there, I'm still trying to figure out what to keep in this corner, so we shall see in January what I end up putting there. Over here you've got my dressing table. This is from a brand called Noah and Nanny, I think is how you pronounce it. I will link it below. It's an absolute bargain, and I plan to reupholster the stool as well, just to get some nicer fabric onto there. You've got my tray, which is from Matalan, my jewellery box, which is Monica Vinader, and then just a few little bits and pieces on here, nothing super Christmassy to be honest, apart from the Christmas tree and the candles and the cushion, of course, and the stems. Okay, maybe there are a few Christmassy things in here. Yeah, I wanted it to be nice for when guests come around, and it's really cozy, especially in the evening when you've got the Christmas tree on and you've got the lamp and you've got some candles. It's really nice, hopefully, so I've heard, for our guests to enjoy as well. And they've even got a TV on the wall behind them. Coming round into the study, this is the fourth bedroom, if you like, of the house. I'm not sure how well the light is going to pick it up because there's a very bright window at the end of it. So maybe if I push the door up and then turn around. So the panelling in here slash dado rail is still a bit of a work in progress. There are a few patches that we need to just smooth down and paint, but we wanted to kind of get the bulk of it done and then come back to it because there were way too many projects that we took on at the same time, to be honest. But yeah, this is basically our office space. This is where I keep my tripod, my camera equipment. This is where I sit and edit my videos most of the time. And this is just where James and I work as and when we're working at home. View out of the back of our house is one of the things that sold it to me. So we have a gorgeous paddock at the back of our garden, which is just honestly beautiful. And although it's not out there at the moment, there's a gorgeous white horse that is always walking around and wandering near the back of our fence as well, and it's so lovely. It just feels so peaceful. You can see about half of our garden from down here, and this was a big project that James took on when we first moved in. So he built this sort of barbecue area, which I was so impressed with. I think it looks brilliant. He laid all of the slabs by himself, and he'd never done anything like that before, and it was fab. He did such an incredible job. I was so proud of him. And then yeah, we've just got a sofa area here. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's two flower beds which basically run parallel to each other down here, and then you've got some patio doors where the grass ends down here, but I will show you when we go downstairs. I've got my artwork up on the wall here, and then my little cozy corner, which is pretty much surrounded by Christmas presents everywhere. This gorgeous chair, I think, is the star of the show, and it was from, I think, B&Q, and it was quite a good price as well, so I'll see if I can find it. Cushion and throw are from HomeSense, and then there's just a few, I would say, kind of wintry touches over on this table. So I've got another little pot which is similar to the one in the bedroom upstairs, which I got from Abigail Ahern, I never know how to pronounce it. And then I've got a couple of these stems. I don't know where I got these from, I'm going to be honest, but I thought they looked really nice and wintry in there. I've got my winter botanical candle, which is from the range, and it is such a bargain dupe for the White Company winter candles. This is about £6, so it's such a good price for something that looks absolutely beautiful. Then I've just got a nice lamp in the corner from Dunelm, my evergreen book, which is Lydia Millen's new book. Really good book, by the way, guys, if you have been looking at it or you're interested in trying it. So yeah, that's the cozy corner. The table itself I got from Facebook Marketplace. Don't know where it was originally from, but I basically sanded back all of this top here and whitewashed it with some Neptune Isogard, and that's how I got the look there. But yeah, this is our home office study cozy room for just getting things done, basically. Good morning. You may notice I'm looking a little bit different and wearing completely different clothes. That is because a couple of days have actually passed since I filmed the first kind of 2/3 of the house tour. We had to pop out, basically. We had some plans later that afternoon and I ran out of time. I filmed as much as I could. Downstairs was just a complete mess. And yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy week, to be honest. It's been a bit bonkers, a bit bonkers to say the least. I think it's really easy to get quite overwhelmed at this time of year, kind of in the 10 days or the week before Christmas. And I've been feeling that myself as well. You know, I don't have all my presents wrapped. Not all of my presents have even arrived. There's still one that I'm waiting for. If you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed at the moment, firstly, I hear you and I'm with you. And I think as much as people who post online, whether that's YouTube or Instagram or whatever, I think as much as it looks like people, you know, have it together, all is not as it seems. You never know what's going on behind the scenes, and I for one have been feeling a bit overwhelmed and a bit chaotic and pretty tired recently. So yeah, I've got quite a lot done over the last 2 days, and I thought I would pick the camera up again this morning to finish off the Christmas edition house tour with the downstairs floor. So the kitchen, the living room, there's lots to show you. So whilst I'm in the kitchen, I will start off in here. I will spin you round and we will continue as though nothing happened, and it is a smooth transition into the next part of the video. So this is our kitchen downstairs. It's a really lovely size, and again, one of the reasons that we really fell in love with this house. It was just wonderful to have a nice big kitchen space that we hadn't had before. Now it is quite a dark room, hence why I've put a gigantic mirror up on the back wall, but maybe I'll flick the light on. It will make it a little bit orangey. Maybe I'll just keep the light off. So over on this side, you've got kind of the main kitchen area. So you've got the sink, washing machine, etc., all the boring stuff. And then the work surfaces as well, which have just got a few kind of decorative but essential bits. So obviously the toaster, tea and coffee station, or in our case just tea. This is from Dunelm. It's a really good price, and I think it's really lovely to just pop your salt and pepper shakers in. These are Le Creuset ones. And then again, we've got a really lovely knife set, which is from Viners and matches the aesthetic in here perfectly. And then this gorgeous pot, I waited ages for this to come back into stock, and I love it. It's really nice for storing some nice, whether you want to kind of have it as a decorative thing or actually have all of your essentials in here. It is from a small business, which I will tag below. Keep an eye out, because if it's not in stock at the moment, it does occasionally come back into stock, and of course I'm all for supporting small businesses as well. This half of the kitchen is basically the dining area. Most of these worktops are decorative, to be honest, and I think as and when in a few years time, probably when we come around to redoing the kitchen, I'm going to really have a think about this area and try and put it to some more practical use, because honestly we don't need this much space. All of these cupboards are basically half full. Like, we could condense all of it into 2 cupboards. I'm gonna have a bit of a think about that. I have just styled it with obviously my pasta containers up here. These bits are all from small businesses. So I think there's a combination of So Interiors, Home Style, I want to say that's from, OSK. There's just so many different businesses, so I'll try and tag all of these bits below if I can find them. And then same again down here. The pear and the apple and the jug and the berry stems are all from Neptune, and I just absolutely love them. And then yeah, just a few other bits around here. Dining table is another project that we're probably going to take on sometime in the new year, because we bought it secondhand for an amazing price, and we want to basically sand it all back, maybe paint the legs, and then create a really nice sort of whitewash wood finish on the top. It's just going to take a lot of mess and a lot of time to get that done. So yeah, we'll see when we get round to doing that. I've got my table runner, which does get quite a lot of questions. It's from Sophie Allport, and it's part of the Olive, no, not the Olive collection. I think it's called the Holly and something, I'm not sure, but it's really nice. Again, I'll link it down below. My candlesticks are from Home Sense. My little mini trees are a while ago from the White Company, actually. And then my vase is also from Neptune. It's one of the very few blue things that I do have in this house, and I really love it. And then you've just got a mixture of stems in here. So these are Neptune. I think these are maybe IKEA. some Dunelm bits, some more berries from Neptune to kind of tie in the berries over there as well. And yeah, just a nice simple table setting. This is pretty much how I keep it most of the time, and then just change it seasonally. For Christmas, we're not hosting this year, so I'm just keeping it nice and simple. The big mirror is up there, as I mentioned, and then we've got a radiator cover down here, which does actually cover a radiator on the wall. And at the moment, it is just Christmas card storage, and there's a few decorative pieces on there as well. So this lovely clock, where did I get this from? I want to say it was Dunelm. And then this vase is from Tesco, which was a kind gift from Fiona, my best friend. And these are from the range, and they are absolutely gorgeous and such a bargain. This is the hallway, which at the moment is quite dark. I am planning to put a much longer console table down here, which you'll see in just a moment. And then also I want to get a nice long mirror just to try and bring in as much light as I possibly can into here, because yeah, it is quite a dark hallway. You've got a runner along here, which again, I do get quite a few questions about. And this is from Dunelm, and it was a really good price. I think it was about £30, and it's a really nice sort of sturdy material as well, and it doesn't really seem to get dirty even with shoes being walked over it. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that. You've got a little bathroom in here, which actually has had a bit of an update that I don't think you guys will have seen, even if you do watch all of my videos. So James and I took on the task of wallpapering the top half of this the other day, and I am so happy with it. So the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that this is the same wallpaper as the guest bedroom. We had a little bit of it left over, and we just knew it would be perfect for this bathroom. So I'm really happy with how it's come on. We've basically just done the back wall, this little section, and then the rest of it we've just left as the paint colour. So you've got my oak shelf on here, my basket, which is H&M, and then the picture that Fiona famously took of the cows in the field near our house. I mean, that is just professional photography right there. I absolutely love this picture. Not much else to say about the downstairs bathroom, but I am loving the new wallpaper. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then we move into the living room, which has had a lot of updates recently, and it is coming along very nicely. So I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail with this media unit, because if you've watched my last couple of videos, you will have seen the reveal of it, you will have seen it coming to life. So I will kind of link those down below, and make sure you go back and watch those if you want to know the specifics and all of the detail about it. But yeah, it's painted in a really nice farrow and ball colour, which we matched with Brewer's Decorating Centre. I've just got a huge bunch of ornaments on there, some from Neptune, some from garden centres, some from small businesses. The olive tree standing next door is from Amazon, and it was a really good price when I bought it. It does sometimes go on to offer, so definitely keep an eye out for that. And I've ordered a new basket, which is much bigger. Well, I say ordered. I've asked for it for Christmas, and it has been ordered. So I'm looking forward to upgrading the basket for something a bit chunkier. It will give the tree a bit more height as well, because it could definitely do with some more height. Our sofas are from Marks and Spencer's. They are, I believe, the large 3-seater Abbey sofas, and we went for the vintage coloured feet with a really nice kind of neutral herringbone fabric. Hopefully you can see the pattern on there. It's really comfy. We've got the bounce back cushions, and they're firm enough that they are good for my back, which does need firm cushions, but also super comfy, and they're a really nice depth as well. So yeah, I would highly recommend these sofas. The cushions are kind of a to be decided. I'm really liking the cushions we've got over here, because the green ties in perfectly with the media unit, so I want to get some more of them for this sofa. But in the meantime, I've just stuck some cushions on there that I already had. In the back of the room is, of course, the grand Christmas tree, which is our home-based Christmas tree. Again, I've talked lots about it in my last few videos, but it is an absolute bargain from Homebase. It is called the Oregon Spruce, I believe. It's 7 foot and it's pre-lit, and it's an amazing price. And there's a whole mixture of my favourite baubles in here, including our little L&J ones from Anthropology. technology, a mixture of home-based ones. These gorgeous ones are from the range. They're really well priced. And yeah, this is basically just the perfect Christmas tree corner. I completely love it, and I have no idea what I'm going to put there once the Christmas tree has gone away. This is the console table that we will eventually put into the hallway once kind of the Christmas setup has gone away. I'm going to get a nice big, maybe another console or even a sideboard or something. I want something wooden basically, because we're going to keep this wall nice and light. We're thinking about putting some paneling along here eventually, but I want something a little bit darker against the wall, because I think something white might just make the wall look a bit too light and washed out. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's kind of a work in progress, but for now this console table is from furniture.co.uk. It's a very reasonable price, it's a really great size, and it's got a really nice realistic wood effect on top of it as well. It's a really nice texture, so definitely a gorgeous console table. And that is basically everywhere in our house, minus a few cupboards and a few little hidden corners that just aren't very interesting or are very messy. If there's anything that I've missed or anything that you've spotted and you'd like to know where it was from and I haven't covered it, then just leave a comment down below and I will do my best to let you know where it's from or find a link from you, because I appreciate I have covered a lot of stuff in this video. This will be my final video before Christmas. I'm not sure when the next video will go up. I appreciate that next Sunday I think is New Year's Eve, I want to say, if I've got my dates right. So I will maybe put up the next video a little bit sooner. I'm not too sure yet. It just depends how the timing goes and how crazy my week is next week, because I'm just not sure. I don't have any time off of work between Christmas and New Year, so it's kind of just a to be decided as and when I have time to film, because obviously this weekend, I've uploaded this one early, but this weekend is normally my filming time, but this will be Christmas Eve, rushing around, getting everything sorted for Christmas, visiting family. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but I wish you all a very, very, very Merry Christmas, and I cannot wait to catch up with you for New Year's or in the new year. It's going to be a full year of me having a YouTube channel, which is just crazy, and I wanted to say thank you to you guys as well for your support, your likes, your comments, your kind words about it. It honestly means a lot to me, and I did not think that I would reach, you know, over 3,000 subscribers within my first year. I just didn't think that was going to happen, so I'm very grateful. I am enjoying it, which is the main thing. I'm having so much fun, and it never feels like a chore to me. It never feels like work. It just feels like I have a hobby that I'm able to share with you, and I feel like I've genuinely made some friends that I chat to every single week and catch up with. So yeah, Merry Christmas, enjoy the next few days, enjoy Christmas, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.